There's an interesting way of describing someone where I've been thinking about it a lot lately, and it's if you describe someone as out there. You know, you see someone, you think, man, that guy is pretty out there. And I thought about it and I was like, what the hell does that actually mean? I have a couple of questions. Do we like people that are out there? So I thought about people in my life that I could potentially describe as out there, right? It's definitely a way to call them like strange or unusual, but words like strange kind of have negative connotations. And I don't think that really applies. I feel pretty positive towards people that I would consider out there. Maybe a better word is eccentric. If I, let's say, had an out there idea, yeah, it's probably a little bit crazy, but it's worth having a think about. It's worth discussing. So I think it's a good thing. So I like out there. But where is there? What are we even saying when I use this phrase? Like, out where? So then I start thinking about other phrases that use the word there. Like if I was the wise old man in an epic journey, you know, like Gandalf or Obi-Wan Kenobi, I'd be like, there are great things out there waiting for you. There, out there. Where? Where are the great things? Can you be a bit more descriptive, wise guy? Like, where is there? I don't know. Where are the great things? So let's get deeper. What does there mean? You know, in a vacuum. If I'm not talking about a place, what defines there? Well, I think it's the opposite of here. It can mean anywhere that I'm not currently at. It's elsewhere. It's some place you can see over yonder, you know, like it could be in sight. Maybe you've been there before, you're not there right now. Maybe it's somewhere that you don't want to go. Maybe it's somewhere that you feel like you can't go. There. But I think that's enough talking about thin air. I think I've worked out to me what there means. It's just something that's slightly outside your comfort zone. I think that's what it is. It's slight uncomfortability. You know, it's change. Someone who's out there isn't afraid to do some pretty strange things. They're not afraid to do things outside their comfort zone. But I respect them for it. Like I said, they're not afraid. That's great. We don't want to live in fear. Respect. I think that's why I like them. Like having an out there idea. Yeah, it's going to be crazy, but there's potential there. You know, there's definitely some potential. But the journey there, it's not going to be easy. You know, I was talking about how I was Gandalf before. Frodo did not have a good time. His there was Mount Doom. I mean, hopefully yours is a bit easier than that, but you know, that was outside his comfort zone. And I think that's kind of what the hero's journey is all about. So yeah, unfortunately, you have to put yourself out there. Think about that phrase. That's another phrase. Put yourself out there. Put yourself out there. Oh no, you have to do it to yourself. You have to make yourself uncomfortable. Oh, it sucks. I know, it just sucks. I hate it. I've talked in the past about why I make videos because, you know, it's outside my comfort zone. It's challenging, it's scary, but that's why you have to do it because what's the other option? Do nothing ever, you know, like it's outside my comfort zone, but that's one of my theirs, you know, putting these stupid thoughts on the internet for you guys to watch. But the thing is that I want more from my life, so I gotta go there. I gotta do it. And like, yeah, you already have here. And here is important. Here is very comfortable. Here is where you rest. Like your comfort zone, that's where you recuperate. That's where you gather your strength. That's where you can power up. But then once you're ready for a challenge, you got to put yourself outside of that. And the comfort of here is often kind of an illusion too. I was camping at a music festival a year ago, and we were basically 2 hours inland from where I live on the coast, in basically what you could consider the desert. It was hot as fuck, like it was over 40 degrees every day in the shade. And I think that's the beauty of living in a tent in these kind of conditions, is that it makes your life so bad in comparison to your normal here, your normal home life, that it really puts things in perspective. It makes you realize what's important. It simplifies things. So let's say my camp was my here, my comfort zone. But it wasn't very comfortable. It was actually hot. It was just very uncomfortable. It was sweaty and it was stagnant and the vibes were just low. Everyone was dying. It was horrible. And what allowed us to actually go and enjoy this trip was we had to understand that the music festival was more comfortable than our camp. The uncomfortable place where things weren't in our control was actually better. They had better facilities. They had sprinklers. They had refrigeration. They had cold drinks. They had happy people. They had good music. There, the thing outside my comfort zone was just better than here. And it kind of put it in perspective because it's pretty easy to get used to your here, but maybe there's better. You just haven't checked yet. You know, while our camp was easier in the short term, once we embraced the festival and treated our camp as just a place to, you know, eat, sleep, rest, recuperate, and store our belongings, we started having a way better time. Now, I'm not saying your house or like your room or whatever you consider your comfort zone to be is anywhere near as bad as my camp was, but I am saying, consider if things are better for you out there. Like, I wrote this script in a cafe in a nice part of town. Hopefully you saw some of the shots of where I am. It's nice. It's a vibe. I could have done it at home, but it's better out here. It's just better. There's some nice looking shit. There's bees, there's flowers, there's trees, there's birds. It's great. I love it. Like, I'm not treating my house like it's some place I really don't want to be, like my sunstroke-inducing tent on this festival, but I'm just checking some other stuff out. I want to treat my comfort zone as more of a space where I rest, recuperate, have some food, go to sleep, whatever, before going back out there into the world. Things outside your comfort zone aren't always better than things within your comfort zone, but they might be. And then once you find that out once, you know that forever. And now you can just keep going back to that same spot. Now it's part of your comfort zone. You've encompassed it. How good. That's why fortune favors the bold. You gotta be in it to win it, and the early bird gets the worm. So go out there now. Be out there. Embrace there. I mean, I still love here, but there, wow. That's where your imagination becomes reality. That's where dreams come true. There is cool as fuck, man. And I want to be there. Do you? Okay, yeah, that's about it. I can't tell you what your there is, right? Specifically, I can't tell you what that means. But I think you probably already know. Maybe you've been quietly having something in mind while I've been talking. So without overthinking it, feel free to jump into the comments and, write something down, put down something you want to achieve, something that you want to try that's outside your comfort zone. There's no real need to be afraid. I want to create a safe space for you to express yourself. And when you write it down, those thoughts get locked in, so they don't just float away when you watch the Mr. Beast video that you're watching next or whatever it is. I'm joking, of course. But I'll share one of my personal experiences, so something I'm aiming for that's outside my comfort zone, so that hopefully you feel comfortable in sharing your own thing too. So I want to be a better man. I want to be more handy. I want to be more reliable. I want to be less lazy. I just want to be that kind of daddish character. I don't want to be a dad yet. I want to train to one day hopefully be a dad and become a better man, someone who's always calm in every situation, who's always kind of organized but flexible. You know what I'm talking about, just a good leader and a good man. So that is something that I'm looking forward to. It's outside my comfort zone of not being lazy, I think. That's the hardest part for me. I just gotta go. Because it's fun. Once you're doing it, it's fun. And I know that. So it's I know what I need to do. I think you know what you need to do. So feel free to write in a comment. Hopefully we'll get to a safe space. Hopefully we get something good going here. So yeah, enjoy. I hope you enjoyed my, maybe 6 minute, I don't know how long this video is going to be, my 6 minute talk on the word there. But I hope that it kind of meant something to you like it meant something for me.